I give you a new commandment, Jesus says in the gospel this week. Love one another as I have loved you. In this all will know that you are my disciples, that you love one another. We thought we'd come to the quad to record this reflection on the gospel this week because the quad is where all of us come together. Now, as it happens, it's MP and the quad's kind of empty, so we come over here and sat in front of Mama Mary. She's a good example of loving one another as Christ has loved us, and we need to, if we want to be known as Jesus' disciples, we need to work on loving one another as we have been loved. I was just reading this morning that, St. Augustine, it was in morning prayer, that you can't love unless you've been loved. You can't give what you don't have. So the very first thing we have to say about this business of loving others as we've been loved is we have to cut everybody some slack because people don't receive the same amounts of love in childhood and early adulthood. People have love deficits going on in their lives, and it can hurt, and it can hurt their own ability to love. And that, for those of us who have been blessed with love early on in life, we've got an obligation. We're sort of like the rich. We're supposed to give to the poor. If you had a happy childhood, if you had a young adulthood where there were lots of friends and lots of people who loved you, try to be aware of the graces that are flowing in you because of that, or that can flow in you because of that, and be aware that not everybody was so blessed. And it should temper our reaction sometimes to people maybe who get on our nerves, or people who seem, she's really not very nice, is she? Or he's like that. I don't like that about, rather than making those kinds of judgments, to stop and think, maybe that person's got the love deficit thing going on. Maybe he or she has not received as we have and needs to. This is what Jesus is saying, love as I have loved. And that, it takes work sometimes. Look at a crucifix. It takes work sometimes. It takes death to self. It takes, holding back when you want to respond, and not coming back with the rejoinder, maybe that you think that particular person needs at that moment, because you're stopping and thinking about what they more deeply need. What's missing that makes that person behave that way sometimes that we don't like, and how can I cut that person a little slack, create a little space for that person to feel from me the love that Jesus is talking about. Because when we feel loved, we can love. And Jesus wants the world to see his love through us. Love one another as I have loved you. In this, they will know that you are my disciples. Our primary discipleship call